Leslie Meredith with Breakbulk Events and Media. I'm here in the studios with Faisal Gurmufuka from Cargo Live Logistics. And Faisal moderated our Air Cargo Solutions panel and actually organized this panel, and it was just phenomenal. So thank you.
Thank you, Leslie.
Yeah, so give our audience an idea of why you put this panel together.
Well, the main reason is to reintroduce this topic, which is actually a hot topic, and most companies will rather refrain talking about it, since it's either expensive, something they don't really want to use, but they still need it. And the big question is, with the change of the entire air industry and how capacity has been reallocated, gobbled up, it is definitely a matter that needs to be discussed. Good example was Robert from Neighbors. Well, we don't use much. It's really circumstantial, and what we need is a 747 nose loader. And Axel was explaining, well, the nose loaders are going actually phasing out, and that really sparked the question for him, oh, that's actually not a good sign. It's good that I hear about this.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
It's just as a small example, but it feeds the entire discussion on how air freight transportation will develop in the near future. Mm-hmm. So that was for me a key factor in bringing this forward. Definitely interested to continue these type of discussions and bringing the various industry players together in a non-competitive area, but more looking for solutions, enhanced solutions for the market.
Absolutely. So would you welcome input from others here or
Absolutely.
in other parts of the world that are involved in Project Cargo?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that freight forwarders, large-scale freight forwarders, global players that have a global dedicated industrial project team definitely would benefit by providing input. Key input is really what is needed for the next 5 to 6 years. I glanced over a little bit on the previous panel before we came on from the EIC with Amanda, and the project forecast looks pretty good. Bigger than
yes.
So it begs the question, how is this going to work? We look today at what's happening on a global level, not only the transition in energy, but also geographically. At some point, Ukraine will have to be rebuilt. How is that going to work? All ocean, roads? Probably a big part will be done as such. You will still have a need for air freight to bring in critical components, smaller components, so that's not going to go away. Africa is always an up and down continent, but developing still forward. So we will see these interactions going back and forth. With the energy transition, Brazil is gearing up quite some potential business in the hydrogen angle in the northeast. And these are places that are not necessarily well served on ocean either. So hence the interest.
Right, absolutely. So clearly there's a need for air. There's not enough capacity, or will not be enough capacity. It's not a short-term problem.
No, it will never be a short-term problem. There's as Amnon explained, and all the panelists, geopolitics will play an important role. How is this all going to be financed? There's always a domestic political agenda behind it. Think of it this way, the US government does not have any interest in seeing Boeing stop production.
Right.
Too much employment, there's a lot of healthcare being paid for, so it's part of the overall economy. So yes, there is indeed this is a long-term, let's not call it a problem, but more like a challenge, a development, how things develop, and
right,
that we will
and how they can be steered in a direction that serves the industry in the most efficient way possible.
Yes.
Right?
That is true.
Okay, well, good. Anyway, Faisal welcomes input, particularly from forwarders, so reach out. We welcome
everybody, from the forwarders to the brokers, to those who are involved in designing, manufacturing of transportation assets, airplanes, big and small. One of the topics we didn't touch specifically was the rotary lift capabilities. Helicopters are often used on offshore construction and applications, not only oil rigs, the upcoming wind farms and the big push for renewable. Right now, everything, because of the size, it's driven by ships, but there will be maintenance and there will be some need for emergency transport via helicopter.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds like another session to me.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for organizing this and sharing some of your takeaways with
Thank you.
our audience who could not be here today. So hope to see you again in Dubai coming up in February, and then Rotterdam, June.
We'll see you there.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.